All right, but I think we should be good now.
All right, so I was talking about moving in the middle of, we'll jump to the chase. Moving in the middle of sixth grade when I was 11 from Connecticut down to Kentucky. That was oh my goodness. I think I pretended to be hurt for like 2 weeks. I limped around so I wouldn't have to go to school. Um, so I sort of taught me how to pretend to fit in, you know? You don't have to always be yourself. I could sort of pretend to be somebody and they'd like me.
No, that sounds great. Your son's in the chat. He said, "Hi, mom," with the heart. Anthony Fleming.
Hi, Anthony.
So, how did you get into acting, though?
Yeah. Um, I was going to go to law. I was going to be a lawyer. I got accepted to Vanderbilt University, of all things. And at the last minute, I did this high school play. I played Miss Adelaide in Guys and Dolls in a bad blonde wig. And I,
Wow.
and I was like, no, I just don't think. So I went to Indiana University at the last minute and got a BA in theater there. And then just things kind of went from there.
I seen you had like a long run in the show Sisters. Can you tell me like a little bit about that?
I
And like
did.
how was it on set and stuff like that?
I love them to this day. I see them all the time. Julian's,
Wow.
yeah. We really were very close. It was a lot of work, I think one season we did 27 shows.
Oh man.
Yeah, an hour, and it would take 8 days per show. So we'd start, and we'd do like 70, 80-hour weeks. And I mean, I really shouldn't complain just because as an actor, we're not there all the time. But the
Hmm.
crew, man, the crew was there all the time. And we used to buy them hot meals on Friday nights because the hours were long. They were really long. But it was a good run.
What's the difference between like being on set back then and like being on set now?
Network TV is pretty relentless. The sausage, has got to get made. And if
Hmm.
you get it made faster, they'll just add more work because you're doing 22 episodes. But once you start getting into 10 or 12, you can actually take a little more time. I don't know if somebody can have to check me on how much we did on Power, but I'm pretty sure it was like 9 to 10 days for the content, and it gives you a little more freedom. You have more, you can do the crane shot, you can do special effects, you don't have to like bang it out.
It seems like you've been so blessed in like your acting career with like such great roles. Can you tell me like a little bit about you being on Law and Order? Now,
Oh,
I think that is so great. Like I love
you
Law and Order also. So like seeing you on there as a judge and stuff.
spot me as the madam though? Go back, because one of the first things I did was a madam. Yeah.
And
Threw boiling water in my pen. Yeah.
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 So like how was it though, like being on set for like Law and Order? I know it had to be like amazing. Like
They're incredible. I mean, they're really, really amazing. It's an amazing group. What a family they've created. How many years has Mariska done it? I mean, it's just been, what a blessing.
and you did over like 10 episodes, right?
I think so. I would just hang out and, put my robe on and bang the gavel.
You met Ice-T on set?
I said hello.
Okay.
I
Well,
wouldn't,
that's great enough.
that's good enough for me.
Power. What was it like? I'm reading for Kate for the first time, and like, how'd you feel when like I first read it?
I knew it wasn't that close to me. You know what I mean? The character wasn't that close to me. So I knew I'd have to go in there with a really straight up idea of who this person was. So that was kind of fun to do as an actor. And then they called me back to read with Joe to see, how that was. And we just like started improvising and had a great time. And Courtney was asking me, so what do you think about this person? Where do you think she is? And I had this whole backstory going on. So I came prepared, so that I wouldn't have somebody give me the shot of saying, oh, she's never going to be able to pull this off. So that was fun.
Did you know how big Kate would become in like the Power universe?
No, I did not. I mean, seriously, every season I'm like, is she dying? Am I going down? How's she going to die? When she OD'd that one time,
Hmm.
Gary had to call me and go, no, she's not really going to die, because I thought, oh, well, that's it. It was a good run. I'm done now. Um, yeah, I didn't know. For some reason, I don't know why Kate connects with the audience so much, but I love her. I think she has no filter. Like
She's
if
amazing.
somebody's going to get in a girl fight, it's going to be her, and especially if somebody talks about any of her boys or any of, I
Hmm.
mean, the loyalty and the, the fucked upness. She just can't get out of her own way. And I love that.
I love how like Kate, she's been through like every era of like power. Like you getting that call back for Force. And what was that like?
It was different. Force was different from the first. You know what I mean? Um, they decided to sort of develop her a little more as far as like a real person instead of, the craziness that comes in. But I remember when I met Frank, the original costume designer, and he was talking to me about like what kind of stuff. And I said, I really think she's got to be 15, 55. 15 from the back, 55 years old from the front. He went, absolutely. So, like, still shopping at Forever 21, still, still dressing inappropriately, even though she shouldn't be, So, that was my original concept.
My favorite scenes from you though also is when I think it was season two
Mhm.
of the regular Power.
That was my first season, I think, season two.
Okay, so
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think it
yeah.
was like towards the end where like you sat down with Ghost and like you showed him like you wasn't scared. Showed like a totally different side of you. Like it showed like no fear and stuff like that when like y'all sat across from each other. How was that scene filming? If like you remember that scene that I'm talking about?
Oh my. Well, I remember because originally when Kate first came on, she was just completely strung out and was like willing
Mm-hmm.
to throw her boy under the bus for like a bump. And there was a toughness there that I love that they somebody that would just be like immediately.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think. I mean, Amara is so great to work with. Um, I was thinking about the scene where Tommy Tracy, his dad, and his wife are having dinner together, and I break in
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah.
start a fight. Originally, they had that written that I came in sobbing and was just like the total victim. And I said, "Fuck no, I want to pick a fight."
Mm-hmm.
And I said to Joe, "Can you grab me?" And he was like, "Yeah, absolutely." So that's how we ended up with like I was ready to get into like high school fight. I'll pull that bitch's hair. You know what I mean?
No, for real.
For real. So yeah, so things changed that way. But Omar is such a strong actor too. He really great to work with. Always prepared. Always like focused. Really great.
Ready to go.
Yep.
Like, how's it like working with Joseph though? Like on set,
Oh,
off set,
I
like.
love him. I love him so much. One of the most generous, talented. Excuse me. Let's just start at the top. He is one of the most talented actors that I've had the privilege to work with. And he is open and he is generous and he is like you come to play, you know what I mean? And not all actors come to play. Some actors come like with their prepared stuff and they don't necessarily they'll throw the ball, but they don't necessarily want to catch the ball.
Mhm.
And Joe comes to play. And when you have that and you're going back and forth, it's heaven.
What's y'all improv like? I know like y'all improv gotta be hilarious.
We have a good time. We have a good time. Yeah, usually it's pretty inappropriate, but yeah, yeah.
I can only imagine.
He's pretty good at that. He's a Chicago guy,
I think all that's missing for Kate is like her being on like Raising Canaan or Power Organs. Because to
Well,
like show like a younger Kate and stuff like
yeah,
that
yeah,
on
yeah,
there.
yeah.
I think that would be great for like the culture.
They've cast a younger actress to do it, and I imagine she's going to be fabulous. Um, so I'm hoping. I don't know. We'll see. They talk about what's next. We haven't heard anything yet, but here's hoping.
So what did you think about the season finale of Force?
Wasn't that fantastic?
Oh,
What
it
did
was
you think? I would ask you,
great.
what did you think?
It
Right?
it was so great. I loved every second of it. I loved how like they really crammed in a lot in like
Yeah.
that like hour, but like I loved every second of it. Love how Tariq showed up. That
Yeah.
was great.
Yeah,
And
nobody
Kate
knows.
left early. She went back, so she's out there.
I did, and there's Maria's out there too. Maria supposedly went to Mexico. I mean, they left it open.
It was so great. Like the writers, like they did like an amazing job. The actors, they did great.
And let's say Gary Lennon too. Gary Lennon,
Gary
the
Lennon,
creator,
great. Yeah, he's
Kendra,
great.
and the directors, and the Robert Townsend. I mean, come on.
So, what was the difference between filming on like regular power and like the force power?
Yeah, just because Chicago's different from New York. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
You work in New York, or at least I do anyway, and you drive in, and the studio's there, but when you work in Chicago, because we're not from there, we're all there. So it sort of creates a family right away because everybody's got to hang
Yeah,
away from
everybody
home.
got.
Yeah, so you're having brunch, and I mean, we had
Oh,
such a
that's awesome.
yeah. So we would all get together a lot because people without their families and without that's the main difference because New York, everybody lives here, and you sort of come in and you do your job. It's not that we weren't close, but you're
Hmm.
not thrown in the same situation.
What can you tell us about Power Legacy or something? Like, is there
uh,
anything coming up? Like,
I don't know. We don't know. I think Gary said that they're hoping to hear by March. So, here's hoping. Hopefully we'll hear soon.
love to see Kate back on there.
I know, right? I
Yeah, it'll
know.
be so great. Can you tell me how you got into the emotions at JP's funeral? Like, how do you jump in and out of like that bag?
I have three kids.
Okay.
I have three kids. I got three kids and I got three grandchildren. It doesn't take much to, imagine.
Okay.
And of course the character's filter too is like, um, Kate tends to make things about herself, duh, all the time.
Hmm.
But this one, I think because of the guilt of abandoning a child, um, this one hit harder,
Yeah, I bet.
and so you just stay quiet and hope you don't get too tired, because being emotional is tiring. So Robert Townsend helped with that. It
Okay.
would be like, well, I'm way, way back here. Just take your time. Don't don't get tired. It's kind of what he was advising me to do. So he really helped with that.
Your great acting skills to me
Oh, go on.
when where like Tariq came looking for Tommy, and then like you kind of like you was talking to him, you sat him down,
How great was that? I
you like
know.
the real Kate came out. See, I have pictures of you in diapers, boy. Sit down, just like
Yeah,
I'm like, oh,
exactly.
this your
And what was
acting
that on my
skill.
face? Yeah. Oh, but that's also writing. I mean, come on, how much fun is that? It's like in spite of your upbringing, you're a
Yes,
good kid in spite of your upbringing. Because like I'm going to criticize how Tasha and Ghost raised their boy. It's great,
but that
great.
was such a great scene to me, like of an actor, like you were to me, like I just seen that, I was like, wow, like she handled that like so great, and like you don't usually see Kate like that. So now we kind of see that on like Force now also. Like
Hmm.
I seen like a big switch in like her character. So like I love it though.
Well, sobriety will do that, right?
I
Yeah,
love it.
yeah.
So
Thank you.
what was your favorite scene to like film in like all power? Like,
Oh boy. Oh God, the one that Joe and I did in the beginning Power, where he messes with my dolls, because I
mhm.
one of the things Courtney and I talked about was that I would sit home all day and just go on QVC and order shit that would just show up at the house. So, and one of them was like a QVC collection of dolls, and I was more upset about the fact that he messed up one of the limited edition dolls. I think probably because I was drunk and high at the time. And he has me up, has his hands around my throat and says, "You don't think I didn't do this before?" Which was about Holly, and that's when I got, oh shit, he probably killed Holly. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That was fun to do, believe it or not.
What's next for Kate?
Don't know. I mean, wouldn't it be great if she was in Mexico with Maria? I mean, come on.
That would be great. Yeah.
Wouldn't that be good? Wouldn't it be great if she was in New York and like trying to stay sober but gets involved in the family business like too much. There's,
I love it. I love how like they just left it open, like it
yeah,
could be anything right now. It
yep.
just sounds so great. What do you got coming up next though? Like, is there any other shows like Rose that like
Yeah.
you're going for?
Well, I'm gonna go to the Aspen Theater Festival and do a play for a week with
Okay.
Kate Burton, and that's in March. And then who knows?
Well,
I'm hoping they need like a really old crazy person on the pit.
what's a dream role for you? Like,
There's theater ones. I've got Glass Menagerie, and I've got Long Day's Journey and Tonight. I mean, all that stuff where you can use who you are and who you've grown up to be. But like film and TV, it just depends on what they come at you with. So I'm open for anything.
well, I appreciate your time so much,
Thank you so much for
Patricia.
your questions. I appreciate your interview. Thank you.
This was like an honor and a privilege again to like have you on. You'll understand.
Thank you.
I got the legendary Kate Egan
Thank
on my
you.
show. It is a privilege and an honor. I hope nothing but the best for you. I hope
Thank you. You
no
too.
for no for
Same,
real.
same to you.